I want to ask you about the Capitol Police, because the Capitol Police are under fire and also being praised for their heroic action. But the leadership of the police and the sergeants at arms, and there's a lot of blame going back and forth, didn't plan for this. And you have oversight over the police and over the law enforcement actions on the Hill. What do you want to know?
Absolutely outrageous why all of the intelligence, and it's not like you needed deep intelligence to figure out what was going on. We had the context of the last 4 years under President Trump, in which the heat consistently got raised over those 4 years, came to a head during the election. Then after the election, the president was saying precisely on January 6th, it's going to be wild. That was in early December. And then the rally that day. There is absolutely no excuse for us not being prepared with thousands and thousands of National Guard people, with the global fencing around the Capitol, all of the things that needed to be done. It was as Speaker Pelosi, I think, adequately said, a complete violation of our nation's Capitol. And we need to know what the problem was, who was putting the kibosh on the extra National Guard units to be activated before this even happened. We need to know what the role of the Capitol Police is. I want to understand better the rules of engagement, why some people, quite frankly, didn't get shot while they were coming in to the Capitol. And, you know, we're going to have to deal with all of this, but the most immediate need is making sure that we have the superior force and manpower needed for the inauguration to protect the next great ritual in our democracy. And that's where we're focused now. And we're going to continue to try to understand what happened as we go.
You're saying they should have used lethal force to stop them from getting in.
Look, I'm just a guy from Youngstown, Ohio, from Northeast Ohio. I just thought, you are coming to storm the Capitol while we are executing the certification of the election. I just want to know. That was my initial instinct. Why aren't guns drawn and all of that? And we need to figure out how we're going to review and understand this better. I'm not here to be a tough guy. I'm just saying, like, these people are storming the Capitol, and the law enforcement rank and file were put in grave danger. We lost one already. The trauma, the stress, the exhaustion of all of these other troops, as you're showing right there, getting smashed in a door, getting pepper sprayed. So my question is, why weren't we able to be a little bit more aggressive in preventing this from happening? That could have probably backed a lot of people up. Like I said, I'm not here to be some tough guy, but there needs to be an understanding of the rules of engagement with a mob, with domestic terrorists who are storming the Capitol to interrupt the democratic process. We need to understand that. And we also need to understand, and I think I talked to the acting chief today, we really need to understand who from the Capitol Police was facilitating in some ways what was going on. I know the Army is looking at maybe active duty members who are participating in the domestic terrorist activities. These are all the things that we're going to have to understand, and then begin the prosecution phase.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.